Okay, it's Saturday, May 7th, 2022. I'm out here at West LA College in Culver City, California for the annual Culver City Car Show. This one always draws some really amazing cars. I'm actually like 15 minutes from where I grew up at, so after this I get to go have lunch with my mother. So that's one real reason for coming here. This is going to be one of our midweek matinee videos, so it's going to post on Wednesday since I have Long Beach tomorrow. So the Long Beach swap meet will post before this one, even though this was filmed before that. So anyhow, we're still going to go check this out, and let's go start right now. So you can see that's kind of like the last of the cars rolling in. Basically, they have this whole lot going all the way down here for the show. And later on, they have a band, so we definitely want to get all this before the band starts. So let's start right now. Like I said, I actually grew up right by here, and they don't do a lot of car shows out here in this area for some reason. They, you know, West LA, Santa Monica, Culver City area. So this one's definitely a treat. We're definitely going to see stuff that doesn't show up at other car shows in the LA area, such as this Nova here. This Chevelle. And next weekend, I still have no idea what I'm going to film. I've got a concert at the Rose Bowl all day on the 14th and the 15th. As far as I can tell, the only thing is the Mopar show out in Ontario. And I actually have to be back by the afternoon, so we'll see what I can fit into filming out there. There you go. Put everything under a serving dish there. It's a Camaro. How about a Pierre Cardin edition Javelin with the 401? So you always have to show the AMCs. I actually took my Matador to Bob's Big Boy in Burbank for cruise night last night, and that caused a little bit of a stir. People are either like, when are you going to paint it? Or, oh, you should never paint this. So I don't know, I'm just going to leave it the way it is for now, and then we'll see in the future. Very clean Land Cruiser pickup. This one's looks like it's been swapped with Chevy power. A lot of them have. Like I said, I like doing these midweek matinee videos. Since obviously there's no car shows midweek to do, and it keeps the YouTube, not YouTube. We're not talking about an Irish band. The algorithm happy. So try to keep the algorithm happy, because if you stack too many videos in a row, then all of a sudden it doesn't know which one to promote. So that's why I like to space them out a little bit. I know there's guys that like to do like part 1 through 5 of different shows, but actually that's actually kind of working against them. A nice Mustang here. How you doing? It's Corvair.
Like your channel.
Oh, thanks, man. So like I said, this will be our midweek matinee video for the week. Whenever I can shoot 2 events in one weekend, I try to. And fortunately this weekend I can, so.
It still takes me a minute for me.
454 SS pickup.
Recognize all the
City Ford here. Coming up later in May, I'm going to try to shoot the Santa Maria Nationals, the West Coast Customs event. I'm trying to get up there for that, and then so like I said, it's Some weekends there's a lot of different things to choose from, and others there's not so much. So.
Conditioner on that copper that just top starts to fade on it. I have no idea.
That's 55. We'll try to get it quickly as I got Credence playing in the background. So a big shout out to like the 3 viewers who suggested I shoot the show and go last weekend in Riverside, because that video actually did really well for the channel. Here's one a couple of them that my dad would have liked, these 2 Cadillacs.
Hey Mike.
How you doing?
Thanks for having my car on.
All right, we got it on the video.
Thank you, man.
All right. I was just saying, this is one my dad would have liked. He loved caddies.
But I'll listen to you tonight or in the morning.
It'll be next Wednesday. It'll be on Wednesday.
That'll be fine. Take care.
Okay, take it easy. There's a 62 Caddy. I said my dad loved the Cadillacs. He owned quite a few classic models, including the 56 that I still own. Which has appeared in, I believe, like 1 or 2 videos. Maybe 1, actually, the Palm Springs show. Very nice Chevy. So like I said, the show and go last week in Riverside actually did really well for the channel, so kind of happy about that.
I'll follow you on Instagram, man. Hoping there's no music.
Oh man, we'll see. That's 442. Back when I kind of grew up near here, there was an old lady had one of these that bought it new. I don't know what would happen if this is I doubt it's the same car, but there was one like this that I used to see rolling around this area that the old lady had bought new. This drag car. And I'm still debating whether I'm going to go to Seattle in July for the good guys up there, as plane tickets are not as cheap as they were last year. Very clean pickup. It's custom.
Is that pretty? Oh wow. Here you go, Ben.
Early S10s have become very popular as well. So it's got a bit of an LA Dodgers theme. And a black 65 Impala. Of course, about 30 years ago, I was rolling around this area in a black 66 Impala. Of course, that car is long gone, unfortunately. So, I think everyone who's into cars can say they've owned vehicles that they wish they still owned, but you just can't keep them all. It's kind of a neat Jeep. The old Cherokee. Not sure what year this one is, but guessing about late 70s or so. Back in the AMC days. So this one's a 78, according to the information on the dash. How about a shortened microbus? And this one actually just rolled in, this BMW Isetta. Believe it or not, I used to have one of these, and I took a girl out on a date in it. Of course, that was many years ago. I had a 57. This is a 58 with the vents in the front. Mine didn't have the vents, which they got a little bit hotter on a hot day. So we got this 1959 Coupe de Ville.
I don't want to.
Isn't this what they call was like the Beast of Turin or like? Yeah.
Show you this car. This one always pops up at Grand National Roadster Show every year. The Beast of Turin car. Like I said, I know he brings that out for that show every year. Or it seems like every year. It might not be exactly every year. It's a Lincoln. So we need to fill in a bit. Show you the rest of this 33 Lincoln. It's got the Grey Poupon, even though it's not a Rolls Royce.
Where to, sir?
There you go. We got the
brothel today? Yes, sir.
There you go.
How are you?
This 68 Shelby Mustang
I saw you talking to Gary.
GT500 KR convertible. With a 4-speed.
Yeah, they did.
All right, so they started the DJ music right when I was by the stage, so we'll try to get a little creative with the editing as we show you this Cadillac. Here's a Culver City Police Model A, straight out of a barn, with a shotgun. This 69 El Camino, big block 396, their Model A. So and this Hummer is actually from the LA Fire Department Museum. I believe that's the one over in Hollywood on Cahuenga. It's like in an old firehouse over there. So that one's definitely worth checking out. It's right by near like where the Cinerama Dome is or was, depending on how you look at things. Very clean old International steak bed. Maybe look inside the cab there. Hopefully I'm far away enough from the music I can get away with a little bit more. And I've seen this bucket T at various shows, maybe like Grand National Roadster Show and a few others. I'm sure there's many hours involved in polishing the chrome and the brass. Buick Roadmaster. This one's a 49 model. So it's a very early hardtop. That's when Detroit started getting into in fact, it says first hardtop on the plate now that I see that. That's when Detroit started getting into the pillarless coupes.
You can tell by the
obviously a very beautiful example of a very rare Buick. So Mustang.
My dad was hanging. So I'm Smitty. I work for Eldorado.
Yes.
Been there 30 years. I'm still working. What did I send you?
It's a 64 Galaxy, so it's got 159,000 original miles. This one's actually a XL model with the bucket seats and the console.
Right, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, Yamaha YSR, 2-stroke, 50. Of course, the guys used to race those a lot. I'm sure they still do. This one is for sale. Remember, check the date of the video. It's 56 Ranch. This one's 40,000. This Ranch wagon. Speaking of swap meet rules, we'll be at the swap meet tomorrow at Long Beach, and of course that's gonna post before this video, like I said earlier, because I know the swap meet guys kind of rely on those to be up the same day. Nice 64 GTO. This one is of the 4-speed variety. One is a 389 with 3 2-barrel carburetors. So Chevy 2 Nova. The original 194 straight 6 in it. The old transistor radio there on the seat. That's what you used to do when the in-dash radio wasn't functioning. Carry around a little radio like that so you can listen to Dodger games and such.
So yeah, so I'm selling Hondas at the airport.
Mustang with the Hypo 289. With the under dash air.
I'm not with a magazine. I'm going to take pictures of
There's a Fox Body GT convertible.
How you doing? This is 55 Chevy. I think it's got like an LS in there somewhere under that cover. So I know for June there's LA Roadsters at Pomona, and of course there's Pomona Swap Meet. I got a few other events on my calendar. They're escaping me right now. Lots of good stuff. July is pretty sparse due to the heat. I'll see what I can find. I know there's a Long Beach Swap Meet and Glendale Cruise Night, a few others. Very nice Jaguar E-Type. We're gonna roll right into this 56 Chevy.
I know you're new to it, but
I don't think I've seen this one. This is the AAA 72 El Camino with LPG power. Just remember when people were doing that on their cars.
I always used to see the cars advertised that were converted to LPG and they had the tank in the trunk. I'm sure there's a few of those still kicking around out there. So it has the light bar and of course the push bar on the front bumper there for getting folks out of traffic. So 57 Chevy 150, two-door sedan. It's an early second gen Camaro.
The party pack. Deck.
The 69 Mustang Mach 1. The 351. This place is beginning to fill up pretty good too. Spectators. This guy was in the Marines. My nephew is in the Marines. In fact, when I filmed the San Diego Automobile Museum last year, I was actually down there for his boot camp graduation. And I figured while I was down there, I'd get to shoot something. I can't get through there. So this heavily modified 1968 Camaro.
Bring Bigfoot.
I didn't see him either.
At the C4 Corvette. Camino.
It's actually less expensive to do the buffet.
I know we've seen this Cutlass at various events with the W30 hood on it.
Yeah.
With an
The way she
8-track.
is, it's like she's getting worse every day. Yeah.
I didn't know where he lived.
This is 55 Chevy.
I talked to the railroad about it. Trying to figure out windows and things.
Alright, so we got a trio of nice Chevy convertibles here. We got a 58, a 57, and a 56.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
I guess it has an ashtray that sucks the ashes.
See that?
Yeah, it sucks there's like an aerosol can, sucks the ashes
Aerosol can, is it?
when you put your cigarette in the ashtray.
That's so crazy.
Nice 57 fuel injected convertible, which of course is quite rare. It's the 56 convertible. Ford Coupe. Actually a few movie cars over here, including a couple of the Ecto ones, so I'll be having a look at that. It's about an 89 or 90 Mercury Colony Park station wagon. I don't know if this was used in a movie. It looks like it was painted this beigeish mustard color. I used to have one of these in blue myself many years ago. So we have two of the Ecto ones. The one on the right there is from the original movie, and the one on the left here is from the recent reboot from a couple of years ago. Of course, both 59 Cadillac ambulances. Of course, probably some of the most famous 59 Cadillacs in existence. These are not replicas, these are the movie cars. So the ones you did see on screen. Alright, so from the one from the latest movie, this is the one from the original movies.
He would drive the Rolls Royce to golf course.
I'm not sure how many of these they actually built for the movies. There's one that they did like a full restoration on. There's videos of that. And from the Ghostbusters, we'll run over this Triumph Spitfire Roadster. Oh, we got this patina Apache pickup. It's been lowered. Looks like the fenders have been widened a bit there. I don't know if it's going to show on camera.
Hello everybody, welcome to number 18. It's pretty amazing. I want to thank all of you.
Well, this one was actually in the Paradise Fire.
I know many out there.
Looks like he bought it off of Craigslist, and that explains the appearance. He probably stripped out what was left and clear coated over it. And of course, with like a full custom chassis.
Thank them, and we thank all of you that have given us the support.
What a cool truck. Bringing something back essentially from the dead. It's dually in a 70 El Camino Super Sport. It was a 396 automatic.
All you mothers, tomorrow's a big day. So all you fathers, all you kids, wax off.
This nice 56 Nomad. Playing with a surfboard rack on the roof.
Also, we have raffle tickets over there for our great Fourth.
It's in the 60s. These were actually very popular with the local surfers, much like the Woodies. It's a 66 Impala SS convertible, small block variety, 327.
All of those kinds of things. Red Surf Band coming right up. Thank you, folks.
They go right into this 69 Camaro Super Sport pace car. The houndstooth interior. Square body pickups are always popular, such as this 3/4 ton Silverado. There's a 1962 Corvette. This one's actually automatic. You don't see the automatics very often. Usually most of these were manual transmission from the factory. Of course, the early Riviera. Enough there's like an R right there. That's actually a band, so we might be a little bit better on the music now. But it's a band and not recorded music. Check how they detailed out the nail head there.
Do you like my car?
Yeah. Very clean Nova. Going to this square back. Chevy hot rod. Little 4-cylinder in there. This one could be yours for $25,000. There's all your information. Find the date of the video, of course. Dodge pickup with a Ford small block in it. This one says it started out as a 1940 Dodge pickup with a keg for a fuel tank. 86 Cutlass for all you G-body fans. Lowrider, you can see all the custom etch work there, including inside. This first thing we saw at the Lowrider show a few months ago. See all the batteries in the trunk for the hydraulics. Traditional style rod. So it looks like it was cobbled together with homemade parts. I believe it started out as a Model T. An Alfa Romeo. I believe this one we've seen before.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm trying.
No, I remember I talked to the lady on this at Bob's Big Boy one night. That's what it was. I don't think it was actually in one of my videos. Another one of those 90s style street rods. See, they even made a Hot Wheels sort of. Oh, actually, it's not the same car. I thought it was one of those where they had a Hot Wheels made of it, but it's actually not even the same car. It's just very similar. You see, it has the 90s style graphics. kind of thing you used to see in the magazines, like with the Boyd's billet wheels. I realize this is a 32, but it's literally a 90s style 32. Beetle. There's a pair of 62 Impalas. As I get over there, there's actually some music, but then I got the band playing behind me, so it might drown it out enough. There's the 62 convertible. It's like 1957 Chevy. Impala. Very clean El Camino. Of the long bed variety. Can't get too close over here. There's a little bit of music playing. One of the groups back there has their Bluetooth speaker turned up way loud. There's Triumph Roadster. This one's a 73 TR6. Very nice El Camino. 58 Ford Fairlane. Two-door sedan.
Yeah, it's 58. Yeah. Okay.
That's her.
About this 56 Mercury. Complete with a Continental kit. '72 Cougar XR7 with it. Apparently it's got a Boss 429 in it, according to the fender. Doesn't have the hood open though. By 61 Corvette, single tone. Of course, 61 was the last year for the painted coves. Of course, you can get them without the painted cove, but such as this one. This guy's kind of parked off out on his own next to the hot dog cart. Very clean Malibu. 62 Ford Galaxy convertible XL. I always say I used to daily a 62 country sedan wagon myself many years ago. Volkswagen theme.
Worked down there because it sat for so long. I had it in the motor, taking out and stuff, the brakes redone.
This 64 Chevy Impala. There's some more of the show here. This clean El Camino. How about a window van? This 1968 Camaro. Trying to get a good gauge of how much further the show goes.
Except put the gas in.
We have a little bit of a spot in between some music where I can get you a little bit more detail. It's like this 56 Chevy. This one still has the straight six in it. This guy's filling with the fuel filler there. There's the original invoice for this Nova here. $3,174. The original owner paid cash for it. It's out the door. Wouldn't you like to see those prices again? It's 57 Chevy. It's always the best when you buy an old car and the invoices or whatever are still shoved in the glove box like that. Clean C10 with the LS swapped in. Of the long bed variety. And here's that Geo Metro Camino we saw at the Pomona swap meet. This guy was rolling around. I think we got some video of it parked. Trying to get back there. Everybody's kind of hanging out. This old Jeep. It's the J3000. This was still in the Kaiser years, maybe right at the beginning of the American Motors era. Now the Chevy Caprice hearse. Actually, my friend has a white one like this. I just took a picture and texted it to him. My friend has a white one, and he still uses it for its intended purpose. So he still drives it every day and does pickups and deliveries, if you will. And that's actually what he does. I know the Caprice ones are quite rare. A couple more Caprices. This wagon that's been graffitied up. This one's a Buick Roadmaster. In fact, I had a Roadmaster. Had a 94 wagon with the wood on the side many years ago. Oh, maybe not 15 years ago. And my ex-wife, when we were married at the time, said, "You're not taking our daughter to school in that wagon." She thought it would be embarrassing. So of course now my daughter's 12 years old, and she asked me to pick her up and drop her off in the Pacer wagon with the fake wood. So I'm pretty sure if I still had that car, my daughter would not mind riding in it. It's a Demon 340 for all the Mopar fans. If you haven't checked out our Mopar video, we had the Mopar Spring Fling at Woodley Park 2 weeks ago. I'm going to try to hit Mopars in May on the 15th in Ontario, which is coming up. I might be a little tired from the concert the night before, so. 70 Mach 1 Mustang. It's got a 428 in it. Shots of some of the
my drone crash. With that car, this car with my drone crash.
here's a very rare Cadillac. This one's a 1953 Eldorado convertible. If you're wondering, yes, I still have my 56 that was my father's. Still up Palm Springs. In fact, the CBS News did a second segment with the car from the shoot I did in Palm Springs. If you look at the community posts, it has a link to the video. Actually, it has a link to both videos where they had the car in it. If you go into the community tabs on my channel, it's a very nice Cutlass, about a 67. Ford bump side pickup. No, I'm not going to go through there then. That's good. Mess around with the windshield wipers, I guess. This one has a 390 in it. This is the F250, so a 3/4 ton.
I like that. Same as this truck. Yeah.
Mustang. Not sure why, but it has commercial plates on it. I'm pretty sure this isn't a taxi cab. Somebody must have messed up at DMV. This 57 Olds. Two-door hardtop. I actually got my personalized plates for the Matador the Monday after Spring Fling, which I got 74 AMC. Nobody had it. So those are on the car now. I just thought it was interesting the tri-window treatment they had on these and the 58s. And of course, Buick did the same thing. It's 1959 Chevy Impala. I think we've seen this one at Long Beach before. Might see it at Long Beach again tomorrow, who knows? Very clean Pontiac. This one has the straight 8 in it. There's actually a Pontiac show today too, but way out in Fullerton. So obviously there's no way I could ever get over there and film that one as well. There's actually quite a few good shows today to choose from. I had never been to this one, and actually years ago I know my father had actually come to this show on a day when I couldn't come, maybe about 15 years ago. Probably a little bit over 15 years ago. This was a 51, 88,000 original miles. All original. So he's looking for a better parking spot. I guess he got tired of being out on his lonesome. This 63 Impala. It's 65 Impala convertible.
Yeah, they may give you something about that.
A few more of the Impalas here. This 40 Chevy Bomb. This 55 convertible. The 66 Impala 396 car.
Notice you got the tips on both ends.
Yeah.
The tips run about 15.
Yeah.
Well, fair, you know, nobody sells the tips, man.
Yep. Tell you what, when I got out of the car, I was wearing a sweatshirt because it was overcast and cool. Now it's become much warmer. Still have a little bit more show to show you. We will bring it to you. Chevy with the 6-cylinder. Fortunately, there's some generators going. It's not exactly going to play nice with the audio, unfortunately. These are the quieter style generators.
Morning shows. Coffee? Yes. I like coffee. I know.
So it is kind of replacing.
It's really nice paint on this 62 Impala. I don't know if it's going to show up in the video.
But it's a nice little neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, the
At the curb.
The fleet line here. This one's got a siren under the hood. So a Mercury Comet. So it's very original. It's been repainted, so it is a Cyclone model. So it has been repainted at some point, but other than that, it looks very original. Probably repainted like in the 80s or so. 69 Cougar. I did sell my 68, so somebody actually asked me about that last night at Bob's. So now I'd sold that car. Had the factory sunroof 68, but it just needed a lot of work, and that sunroof did leak, so it had to go. It's a very original looking Stingray. Looks like it might have had a repaint at some point. The luggage rack on the back. So you can imagine you couldn't carry much luggage in these. This looks like it was painted maybe back in the 70s or 80s. It's a 58 Chevy Impala. Oh, sorry, this one is a Bel Air. Just he has the Impala back seat there. This one's the Bel Air with an Impala back seat. I was kind of looking at it like, well, I think it's a Bel Air, but it's got the back seat with the speaker. In fact, I used to drive a 58 Bel Air four-door every day. Many, many years ago. The show is definitely filling in with spectators. Some more of these beautiful Chevys. Just because we haven't had an AMC product in a while, here's a 63 Rambler station wagon. Since the classic, I'm not sure which trim level. I had a 63 like this, mine was a 770, which was the highest trim package with the 6.
This one's a 660. I had a 770 like that. A little bit extra trim. Mine had factory air. That was a fun. In fact, a guy came up to me at a show that I sold it to, and him and his wife still own the car. So the guy who has it now, who I sold it to, I don't know, probably 15 years ago. Here's the Corvette we saw earlier. Yeah, I sold the car to, still owns it.
This one's nice. I like the color.
Mazda RX-7 with the rotary. This one is for sale. It's a 68 Camaro. This one has the old dealer installed ding strap. You used to get that on cars. Of course, over the years, most of those have been removed. But generally, they were a dealer installed thing. When they stopped putting the beltline trim on cars, the dealers would do it for you and put holes in your car, and then years later you get it repainted and you get rid of it because it's sort of like a grandma thing almost. But you don't see that a lot anymore. Dealer installed ding strip. Some of the modern Mopar muscles. There was a lot of these at the Spring Fling a couple weeks ago. So
These are intakes right here.
if you haven't checked that video out, be sure to have a look.
He took the lights out.
And a Corvette.
No, he lives in Culver City off of Jefferson.
There's a neat F100 bump side, step side short bed. You don't see a lot of these. There's most of the time you find one of these bump sides, it's usually a 250 long bed, it seems, or a 100 long bed, but not the step side.
Please wear a hat. Look at all these.
That was last tagged in 2013, so I'm guessing they're putting it back on the road. It's got one of the DMV red stickers in the back seat, in the back window. Usually that means it won't. They're trying to get it through smog, but this is pre-smog, obviously. It's a neat coupe. A Mopar muscle truck, complete with the Noid.
I know, I see you guys on Facebook all the time. So you guys have some.
So a little bit more of the modern Mopars. Nice C10 short bed. The one with the LS swap. This one's the short bed variety. One's a 65 small block Corvette with the big block hood. Lots of chrome under the hood there. And it's automatic, which are kind of rare. They didn't make a lot of the automatics. This one has the factory air, the in-dash air. It's also not very common. It's a 56 Chevy.
Hey man, it's great.
I can see you up on the phone.
Yeah, I do. I do some tiki.
To this 50 Ford shoebox. It's got his tiki under the hood. Get this 55 Nomad. Not sure if it's going to show up. He's got the metal flake here on the roof. The heavy chunks of flake in there. Lots of pinstriping. Early Bronco. Neat little Falcon Sprint convertible. This is 59 El Camino. He's got his satellite radio antenna on the bed there. I just thought those were supposed to be pointed up. This one is of the 348 4-barrel variety. And for the malaise guys, here's the Pontiac Granville convertible. And this one's stickered originally for $6,703 with all the options there. Now times have changed. So it's in the very 70s green color.
Baby, you just walk away. No, I'm gonna check with
Modern cars.
We also just have
I'm very
It's a Jaguar. Of course, I can't get back there. We've got like a whole tailgate party going. A T-bucket. And a golf cart. A little bit of everything here.
Yeah, I'm over here almost by the fence.
Seems like something I'd see at a Palm Springs car show, a golf cart, not a Culver City one. Chevelle with a 327. There's a very bright yellow Mustang with very 80s looking ground effects on it. And a very chrome engine. With the 6-shooter lock knobs. Another rare one, a 57 Pontiac Safari wagon. Of course, this was their version of the Nomad. This one's been modified.
Was that like a Le Mans or something, or what was
They didn't have them on, no, Skylark is beautiful.
And here's a 56 Nomad to compare it to.
I remember Bonneville in the 60s.
Well, they did have, that's right. But see, the first Bonneville, I think.
All the eggs. Look at the truck, yeah.
Dodge Rod. These guys have been hanging around for a while. This Camaro.
Right.
A Citroen station wagon. That's the first French car we've seen today.
Turquoise green color.
We're right into this 1950 Ford Woody, complete with the surfboard on the top.
Yeah, I always have it down. Yeah.
A Chevy Cameo pickup.
Oh my gosh.
With the fiberglass bed. Of course, these were like a deluxe pickup. Oh, well, these were made. So it was one of the first times that Detroit came out with a more upscale pickup truck, if you will.
Sweet Cadillac.
It's like a very originally restored 68 Chevy Malibu. With buckets and console. I'm not sure the standard Malibu, most of those were bench seat cars. Usually the buckets and console were something you see like in a Super Sport. Oh, it has the Super Sport hood on it. A 72 El Camino. This Model A Roadster. It's like a 50s Ford F-100. And for your post-apocalyptic Baja bug needs, pretty sure we've had this in a video at some point with the machine gun on top. All these guys build these like post-apocalyptic cars, and they go out. There's like different things out in the desert. They take them out to. Yeah, that's what he does with this. There you go, the zombie patrol. I know we've seen that one
Guess
before.
what? Your mama liked it, and then
This neat Plymouth here. It's like an older paint job that's starting to go. And for all you Studebaker fans,
Hi, Ross.
53 Commander. So it has 350 badges, so I'm guessing it's had the Chevrolet conversion done to it. He put his satellite radio antenna on the back deck there. Pretty sure they tell you in the instructions not to put it inside the glass. It doesn't work as well. I'm not sure I'll be able to get a good shot of this. This guy's giving a whole tutorial on how to change your air filter.
How are you?
I'm not sure what they're doing. I think they're doing like a full tune-up on that F100 while they're at the car show. It seems like it would have been better to do that before the car show, but that's just me. Model A. That's what my uncle would like, because he used to own Model A's many years ago. For the G-body fans, 442 W30. I'm sorry, it's a Hurst Olds G-body W30 package. It's what, about a 79 or so. This one's awfully clean. These guys are parked way too close for me to get any sort of. Folks, so if you park like that, I can't film your cars. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, nobody can even look at your car. So we'll have a look at this Corvette instead. Get a good look here. This one's a 56. For all the malaise fans, this Mazda. One's a 79 626. The manual.
I'm gonna put a
Extremely clean car. Look at this late Falcon wagon. This one you don't see very often. Or Chevy. See the lace work done on the top there. Now the crowds are really showing up for this show, and unfortunately we are reaching the end. Towards the end, we're not quite there yet. Try to get through that. Those cars are kind of parked too close together as well, so have to come around this way.
Like someone to tell me what's going on.
I like it too.
That's patina right there. It's a little harder to get some of these last cars in the video here. Let's take this Thunderbird with the Roadster tonneau cover. Corvettes.
The first year of the two headlights.
This one's got the two 4-barrel carburetors on it.
Excuse me. Yeah, the world. Next world. That there. The headlights. You got like an angle. I like the angle of that one. That's more of a.
I'll bring you over to show you this 55 V8 Corvette. Believe it or not, I've actually driven one of these. I drove a white one. The 265 small block. White 58 Impala, much like American Graffiti.
That's why we have so much in common. You go, oh yeah, dude, there's white kind of people.
It's like a 21 window bus. It's the Safari windows.
Yeah, we have all the time for Stella. Yeah, yeah.
It's cool Ford hot rod with the Olds motor in it. Big carburetor setup. Got a 73 Camaro.
Take care.
Okay, that's going to wrap things up here at the Culver City Car Show at the West LA Community College for May 7th, 2022. We got lots of great car show and swap meet videos for you coming up in the works for the channel, so be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment as to what your favorite car was. I'm off to go have lunch with my mother because that's what you do when you're in your mother's neighborhood. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.